When people think of horror movies, these faces almost instantly come to mind.
Oh, please. Oh.
But what they fail to realize is how deep the evolution of horror movies truly runs. Most people will argue the exact origin of horror genre, but most will agree that the original horror film is Nosferatu. The iconic silent film was unlike others. It took its time to grab viewers' emotions and attention, meanwhile incorporating terror into the film itself. This was still very much so in the time frame where horror films were unlike anything else, so it was quite easy to add that shock value to them. In the silent film age, only certain cameras could depict what was being filmed, as technology was still progressing in this time period. The camera being shown here was developed for silent films. This was developed by the Lumiere brothers in the 1920s. It was known to shoot at about 16 frames per second and was standardish at the time for silent films. I truly don't believe that the presence of horror was truly felt until Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho was released. The masterpiece of a film brought in a new era of horror films, and the world could not wait for this. With such mesmerizing cinematography, horror soon began to plant its feet in the film world and take over it at the same time. People in their late teens, early 20s began to find new excitement and enjoyment in horror films, and filmmakers caught wind of this. With this sparked the birth of numerous subgenres of horror. You found yourself watching movies that preyed on people with weak stomachs, better known as gory films, but also cravingly disturbing. Or you found your mind in millions of places with psychological horrors. Then you find yourself pitted against an unrealistic but also unbeatable monster. Now you're left with the mighty popular paranormal films that feature ghosts, demons, spirits, things like that. Things that really don't feature my taste of movies, but seem to get under the skin of other people. And then you're left with my personal favorite, slasher films, which are the most frightening, terrorizing, scary movies you will ever see in your life, but also the most realistic. And that's the nature of the film that gets me the best. In 2016, horror has reached new heights, exceeded expectations, and reached new boundaries that filmmakers never thought was possible until now. It is quite amazing to see the growth that it has passed. It's safe to say that the genre of horror has plenty of room for growth and improvement, but quite frankly, I'm ready to see where this can go. I know things only get better, and with a matter of time, horror movies will be taking over the world. Technology is forever advancing and progressing. Actors are forever getting more versatile and better at their craft. Being a cinematographer is something I've dreamt of doing for as long as I can remember, and now I finally have the experience and skill set to do so. So with that said, I know the sky's the limit, and look for my name in a few years. Dimitri Jan Griffin here signing off and experience the evolution of horror movies. Thank you.